What's up, everyone? Welcome to Chop It Up, the podcast where four friends just come here and just chop it up. Today, we are going to be talking about our top 5 rappers of all time. So make sure you leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your homies, share it with your mama because I know she's going to like it. All right. Yo, Sebastian, why are you zooming in like all that? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. I'll be the first to admit I don't really listen to a lot of rap, so my top 5 list is kind of they're just the rappers that I listen to occasionally. But if someone wants to start,
mine isn't in any order, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't think of like how I want to place it. I just accumulated 5.
Right? Okay, mine are in order. So
I still can't think of my number 5. Is there glitter on my face? What the fuck?
Where were you? Where was you at?
Chill out.
Well, Sab, if you wanna start us off with your.
Don't ever call me Sab again.
All right, bro.
Actually,
my bad, stepdaddy.
Where we get 7, where we get 7, the Sabbath,
Sebastian. Put some respect on my Seba, my ass, and my TN.
All right, I'm gonna call you TN then.
Interesting. All right, top 5. What's your number 5?
That's a hard pick.
Right there.
Number 5, like they set the tone. So off rip, I'm gonna have to say Lil B the bass god.
Lil B is not in your top 5.
He's in my
There's no way.
That's the bass god.
There's no way. Lil B. There's no way.
That's the bass god, bro.
No. I refuse to accept that.
You refuse to accept that as an answer?
Yes.
That's a real answer, bro.
No, it's not.
We gotta set the list off.
Lil B.
Bro, you can't name me 5 rappers better than Lil B.
50 Cent.
50 Cent gets dropped to like number 15 with Lil B step in the room.
Mine is I know he's capping right now. Mine is Crooked or King Crooked as he goes by now.
All right, my top 5 is kind of just a random one. I was had to say Mac Miller. I've been listening to a lot of Mac Miller recently, and kind of listening. I mean, obviously, I was listening to him a lot more back then, but I had to say it. I definitely started listening to him more once he did pass away.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of sad that I kind of hopped on the train a little late. But listening to like my favorite song right now is Polo Jeans by with him and Earl Sweatshirts. It's a pretty fire song.
You said him and who?
Earl Sweatshirts.
Say it one more time. I don't know if I'm hearing you right.
Earl Sweatshirts.
It's sweatshirt singular.
No, is this sweatshirt?
Yeah, sweatshirt.
Whatever.
I thought maybe it was because the air was escaping through the gap.
My number 5 rapper is it's actually a rap group. It's a Japanese rap group called Buddha Brand.
Who?
I put them on when I'm at Amazon and just vibe out. That'd be my number 5. That's my number.
I don't know who them niggas are.
That's because you never listened to them. Only me and Rue have.
Is that the joint I put you on to?
The playlist you sent?
Yeah.
They're like the first 2 songs.
Yeah. Them niggas do go hard.
They go hard.
I'm sorry, those
Don't say it.
You just said like the rap equivalent of Baby Metal. Like I don't want to hear it, bro.
Yo, you don't listen to Baby Metal? Baby Metal do go hard though.
No.
Okay, that's a
goes hard. Baby Aspirin.
Okay.
Sebastian was your number 4.
Strong follow up to Lil B the bass god. I'm gonna have to go with Lil Wayne.
number 4. I thought Lil Wayne would be higher.
See, I'm stuck in this like realm where I have these rappers that I really like, but then I also have these same rappers that put out some of the worst music I've ever heard in my entire life. So it really makes me question, are they really top 5 or are they really just, I like their early stuff. And I could talk about a certain controversial man when it comes to that as of late.
My question for Sebastian: when do you think Wayne fell off, or do you think Wayne fell off?
Now Wayne definitely fell off.
After this third stroke.
Who wrote that?
You said the same. I said the same shit, but I said the same shit. After the third stroke, he should have stopped.
I'm trying to think. Like it was.
Yes, my man's had 3 strokes,
He got sipping that lean, bro.
and he
it
still
was
does.
probably- I think Carter 4 was like his last great project.
I don't even think the Carter 4 was great.
I think the Carter 4 is not Carter 3. I think Carter 3 is classic. But then again, I look at Carter 1 and 2, and I'm like, they're okay in comparison. I
Yeah,
think
to
Carter 4
be completely honest, I've never fully listened to Carter 1 or 2. I've listened to a full Carter 3.
Fireman, fireman. I got
Yeah, that's the only song I know off of Carter 1.
I think that's 2.
Mm.
Either way, Carter 1 and 2 are not good. Carter 3 is great. Sorry for the Wait is great. No ceilings.
No ceilings.
The rock album he did. There's a lot
What,
of good
Rebirth?
things. Yeah, no, not Rebirth. Is it yeah, it might be Rebirth.
Yeah, it was Rebirth.
Then that one album he had in between with the yellow background. I can't think of the title of it right now, but it had gonorrhea on it.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on a Carter 5?
You think I sat down and listened to that?
There you go.
Damn, it's like that.
That's like asking me if I sat down and got through Donda. Of course I didn't.
Okay, I feel that.
Donda.
Yeah, it's sad to see like how bad Lil Wayne fell off. Now, I will ask you this. A lot of people say Lil Wayne is the inspiration for most of these rappers nowadays. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's an inspiration for rappers these days.
Because everybody
rapper-
like Young Thug, Uzi, everyone's just like, oh, Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne.
I mean, you could say that, but I also feel like Future plays more of a role than Lil Wayne did. Lil
That's
Wayne was
true.
dropping metaphors and similes and all types of alliteration. He was out here using every literary device there was without a high school diploma. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. All right, Lil Wayne is special. A lot of these rappers today are there's a lot of futures. There's a lot of futures. Not that Future was terrible, but Future definitely started something that I'm not happy to see.
No, I feel like Future definitely paved the way for
All right.
up until like he paved the way up until like 20. I want to say like 2016, because I was just recently talking about this. Once the Double XL came out, and you had Uzi, 21, Lil Boat, Kodak, and everyone
Lil
else
Boat.
on there. That's when the entire rap thing changed,
But even with
and
them,
I felt like Future no longer had a bigger role in rap.
well, no, I agree with that. I mean, it kind of goes back to that whole like J. Cole, Drake,
Damn.
Kendrick kind of era
Bitcoin even in my top 5.
where I didn't think about that.
I'll say right now he's not.
Me
But
my
yeah,
top,
like
though.
when you go back to that, like that whole conversation about them, it's like you just see like they found that middle role, like where they're both old heads and new at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like Future just kind of falls into that platform now. But then again, I also feel like none of them.
Oni.
Maybe Drake. No, not even Drake, because Drake I feel like is still Styles now. He had his role, and now he's
Well, that's Drake. That's why Drake is such a fantastic. So he this man so concisely
that's crazy.
follows the marketing plan his
That's
entire career. They
That's
said
crazy.
all you really have to do, Drake, is ride trends and be a handsome light skinned nigga and watch your career never fall off. It does not matter.
Do your thing, 21. Do your thing.
Yo, 21 Savage does not talk to that man.
He does not, bro. He's not going on tour with him no more. He
Do
said,
your
"Hey
thing.
man, what
Do
is
your thing.
he said?" He was like, did you see the video with Kai when he was sitting there
Yeah, he
showing
was
him all the
like,
video?
I watched that
He said-
live. It was hilarious.
He was like, "Is that dude?" It's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I thought it was a girl. What are you doing?" He's like,
All right, so Sebastian's number 4 is Lil Wayne.
It's a good number 4.
Astute, you want to go next?
Yeah. Hold on. I forgot who I had at my number 4. Give me like 1 second.
Okay. Sinister Mucho, you want
Oh, it was golly, Method Man. Or actually, no.
like
No, it's between Method Man and Q-Tip, but it's for like different reasons. I mean, I like so like Method Man. You know, I love Method Man because he just knows how to
flow.
He just flows on the beat so beautifully. But then like Q-Tip also flows on the beat beautifully, but Q-Tip just is swaggy. Like he never says like he never not says something that doesn't sound cool as fuck. Like he can say the most lecherous, deplorable thing, and it still sounds smooth as fuck. So that's the only reason I have him higher. So yeah, I think Method Man is definitely number 4.
Interesting. Do you think you like Method Man more because of his solo stuff or like the stuff he puts out with Wu-Tang?
Here's what I've come to realize. Listen to his solo stuff and listen to his Wu-Tang stuff. So like my thing is like Method Man, his whole thing is cadence. You know what I'm saying? And his bars are different, of course, but like every rapper in my list has a specific skill set that they operate very strongly in. And so I mean it doesn't really matter. For me, I like a couple months ago I was listening to his old album, his first album.
To Kyle.
Yeah, that shit is hilarious, bro.
Like hilarious as in like the production wasn't the best, or like hilarious just like what do you mean by hilarious?
Production was great, but it's just always nice seeing like the trajectory of an artist. This man Jordan having a stroke.
I've been sleeping too much lean.
All right, Wayne.
Young Moolah, baby. Oh shit.
But nah, yeah. It's not like the production quality. It's just cool seeing the artists how they transition through their career and shit. Like what they rap about, how they rap about what they rap about. You feel me? His whole first album, he just goddamn dog, what you doing? You running a mile, bro?
No, it's probably all the weed.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, he talked. It sounded like he talked with his tongue, and he's shaking his head the whole time. And you feel me? But we still love Method.
Now, if Method Man dropped the album today, do you think? What's the question? Do you think it would be good as like his past stuff, or do you think Method Man also fell off?
You know, my whole thing with like this whole how people like to communicate and talk about artists is freaking ridiculous. Because it's just like, I mean, it's objective. Everything, our preference is objective, right? And you can sit here and say they fell off, but like, yeah, to your degree of what is consistency and what do you listen to an artist for? I can listen to an artist that I love and not like an album, not be like oh, this nigga fell off. I think that's just childish banter that's thrown around in the artist sphere. You feel me? But I mean, if the album's good and I like it, I don't care. I don't really care. Is it?
Okay.
I gotta
Interesting.
I gotta disagree. There's no way. There's no way.
So you think a fall off is a fall off? You think there's really no coming back from it?
I'm gonna say now an artist can put out a bad album, but if you put out 4 bad albums in a row, you're done. If you even get to that point, you're done. Like even if like you're not even the same like type. Like again, Drake is a great example. Drake is a very poppy artist, but is he putting out the same kind of stuff that he was, or is the project hitting the same? I don't think he's put out a great project since what?
The Meek Mill diss track.
Well, that's all part of.
I mean, like project is in like solo project. I think "Thank Me Later" was his best album after "So Far Gone," whatever it was. And I don't think he's ever put out a project since then that's really matched that.
Really? So you don't think Take Care? If you're reading this is too late, nothing was the same. People will always say Views is like their like top Drake album. Me personally, Views is ass.
I think his second best or his best thing after that was the Care Package thing, and that was literally just a compilation of I think his best songs. But then again, I
Really?
look at Drake as more of a rapper and not as a singer. I don't like him as a singer.
I don't look at Drake as either. I think Drake is the best performance tool to be used. Like his whole algorithm is perfect. Just flood the market. Always have music out that sounds like some other stuff. He's a pop artist.
He makes stuff that's safe, you know.
He does make a lot of safe stuff, and then even
Can we sit here and be honest and say that Drake has sat down and made an experimental album himself, or did he sit down, write some bars, send it to his homies to fill out the missing pieces?
All right, so I guess I'll go. My top four. I mean, my number four. It's kind of hard because I want to put Tyler at number four,
Tyler who?
but the Creator. But I guess I'll switch it, and at my number four, I'll put ASAP Rocky.
really.
Yeah, I fuck with ASAP Rocky really fucking hard. Like, you have At Last, Long Live ASAP. I said that completely wrong. Then you have Long Live ASAP, and then you got his third studio album. But I don't know. Like, I feel like when ASAP first came out, nobody could touch ASAP. Nobody could touch ASAP. When you songs like Peso, songs like Brand New Guy, and I was listening to his whole fucking catalog this morning and I can't think of any songs.
Lord, pretty Flacco Jody.
Yeah, like Lord Pretty Flacco Jody, just stuff like that. ASAP really got some bars.
He do have some bars.
Fucking, I think if I had to choose one song, like if I had to choose my favorite song by ASAP, it would probably have to be. Damn, I don't think I could pick one. But I want to say One Train, but I think it's just because of all the features on there. So I don't want to say.
Was that his song?
Yeah, it's on his album.
Song, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's on his album.
Ain't better than that One Train.
Yeah, but so I would have to put ASAP Rocky at number four. I feel like when ASAP first came out, nobody was touching ASAP. The whole ASAP mob was like unstoppable, especially just like coming fresh out of New York. And then, I feel like that's when most of the groups were kind of coming out. You had Flatbush coming out, you had Odd Future coming out. Anyway, my number four is ASAP Rocky.
Wait, Brian, isn't A-Train how we became friends?
Yeah, you heard me rapping it because that's all I seem to do. And then I was rapping the Yellow Wolf part, and you was like, "You know who Yellow Wolf is?" I was like, "Yeah." I was completely lying. I knew who he was. I've never listened to Yellow Wolf though.
It's cool. He done switched up. He done switched up on Black Folk.
Yeah, so I was rapping his verse, and then you asked that, and I was like, "Yeah, I like Yellow Wolf." And yeah, and then ever since that, we kind of bonded over Yellow Wolf, but we never talked about him. So I kind of still don't know how we became friends. But yeah. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, with that, my number four pick, this is a personal favorite of mine. I know he's not that good, but on my list, it's kind of like these are just the top rappers that I listen to. Number four would be Killer B from Naruto. I think his flow is crazy. Like the way his sense of rhythm and rhyme is just honestly unbeatable in all the villages.
Drop a bar
huh?
right now. Drop a Killer B right now.
Hey, it's Young Killer B. So called. You know what I mean? He said something about because it was in the video game. You remember the video game? When he was playing as Killer,
the whole
yes, no.
That song, I used to play that song over and over again. It used to be in my anime OSTs and playlist on YouTube, bro.
Bastard.
Yeah, bro, like real talk. Yeah, Killer B.
I'm feeling like this right now.
It's really fucked up. I thought he was gonna say Killer Bees as in the Wu-Tang Clan, and this nigga said from Naruto. Like,
Kira B. Well, that's where he got his name from. So yeah, it still worked.
I was like, what the what? I'm like, wait, there's no nigga named Killer B in the Wu-Tang Clan. All right. Sebastian, you what's your three?
See, now I've gotten to the point where I've kind of like figured out where I feel as far as these lists. So now I think there are artists that I thought would be in my top 5 that aren't in my top 5. It's just I have them as like creating some of my favorite albums. So like originally I would have put like Nas here. I think Illmatic is a fantastic album, but he has the Nas name that or the N album, which is terrible. You know, I would have put Kanye here, but after what is that?
The Incident.
No, not after the incident. After Life of Pablo, I just haven't really been a major Kanye fan.
That's like a top 3 for me.
There's no way you said that. But anyway, I'm gonna digress off of that. I'm gonna have to say my man's Freddie Gibbs. I'm gonna have to say he get my number 3 spot.
Oh, the coke dealer. Okay.
Hey man, it's just something about crime and rap that just goes together.
He was on Joe Rogan's podcast twice. I don't even know what they talked about.
He talked about how he shot a dude who was high off crack twice in the leg, and he just kept running.
You know, and then Joe Rogan in there, and it's just like, I am a white man. I'm confused.
I'm a white bald man. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, Freddie Gibbs.
Interesting.
Man,
All right, Freddie Gibbs.
he just had some great collab albums. Mad Lib, Alchemist. Just can't go wrong with him.
Okay. What would you if you had to did you listen to his newest album? The one that just came out
separately?
Yeah.
So separately. When I listened to that album, man, that album really hurt because I was like, wow. To go from Bandana, Alfredo, 2 of debatably the greatest rap album, not debatably the greatest rap albums, but 2 of they could be in contention. Alfredo was up for a Grammy. To go from that to Soul Separately felt like a shot in the foot. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was an okay album. Haven't listened to it a second time. It just didn't. It wasn't there for me.
Yeah, I was the same thing. I was like, damn. I was like, this definitely is a lackluster album. I was like, thought he could have did more. And then it was kind of like fucked up because the only way I knew about it is because I watched his interview on the Breakfast Club. I did not know he dropped an album until he said he did. And I was like, oh wait, he dropped an album? I went to go listen to it. And then I was like, wow, I kind of regret listening to this album.
See, the thing that made it upsetting for me was that he had dropped a bunch of singles leading up to the album. And most of the singles were really good. And then the album dropped. And none of the singles were on there. And the album wasn't good. Then he came out with the deluxe edition that put the singles back on there. And I was like, but to go from such a nice, like, you got Pinata, Bandana, Alfredo, Soul Separately. It's like Soul Separately goes, I'm putting that thing like right above his work with Jeezy, because his work with Jeezy is just almost unlistenable. But everything after that, it just didn't match up.
Astute, your number 3.
Q-Tip.
Okay, all right, we've seen that coming.
He once said, good girl, real good girl. Biggest thing in my video, I hit her up because she makes me feel like peaceful bliss may never take flight. Oh my God, dog. Sitting back with this mic in my hand, spitting hot shit, trying to see grains, bro. Imprinted on my mind every minute. Oh, yeah. Such a vibe.
Now, is this Q-Tip in A Tribe Called Quest or Q-Tip solo?
It's just Q-Tip, Q-Tip Tribe, Q-Tip solo, Q-Tip on a feature. Damn. Hold up. Can I change? I want to add Andre to my top 5.
Well, where would you put him at?
I might keep it a buck with you. All right. I'm gonna
You gonna take
remove.
Method Man?
No, I'm gonna remove Crooked Eye, and I'm gonna put Method Man at 5. I'm gonna put Andre 3. I'm gonna put 3. Oh God, I'm gonna put 3 stacks.
I feel like 3 stacks should be 3 stacks at number 3.
Don't know, but like
Over Q-Tip though, that's a hard pick.
they offer such different things, but I love them. Like they're really like for real, my love for both of them is very like on par with each other. But I gotta say, damn, dog. Yeah. And I just don't want. I just don't want to. I want to have either of them so low on my list. But I think I might say that Q-Tip might be 4. And nah, I'm lying. Andre's 4, Q-Tip's 3.
Damn.
I like that.
Okay. That's respectable.
DC my top 2.
Yeah, Andre 3 stacks is definitely in my legends category, which is a category I rarely touch.
Damn,
That
dog.
goes like the same thing for like Eminem. They're kind of all in that realm of just kind of can't touch them.
Well, that's the thing. Like my upper group is like my legends group. So you'll see who I start dropping these next 2. But yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I'll say my number 3, as you heard earlier, is Tyler the Creator. Now, I will say this. It's kind of funny because I did not like Tyler the Creator when he first came out. Like listening to like old Tyler the Creator music was just like, what the hell am I listening to? I'll never forget the time.
Should make you
yeah, like, but it was also just like funny as hell. But I'd never forget the time I made my mom listen to Yonkers, and she looked at me and was just like, I should call God. I was just like, all right, it wasn't that serious. But
I used to play that at 6.
You're a bad son. Why would
I'm
you
not
ever
a bad
expose your
son.
mother to that stuff? You're a bad
What?
son. That's crazy.
I
I would
didn't show
never
her
do
the
that.
music.
I would
I
never.
great
didn't show her
artist.
the music.
He's a
Nah,
great
it-
artist.
Nah, you crazy. Nah, you crazy, bro. That's
Yo,
crazy.
Bro,
listening to Yonkers
Yonkers-
going to middle school and Bastard
I'm gonna stab Bruno
at
Mars
6 in the morning. Come
in
on,
his
man.
Yeah, I
goddamn
mean-
esophagus.
I mean, hey. But yeah,
Sorry.
but then he dropped Wolf, and
That's one of my
waking up every morning to Trash Wing is the reason I got up. Because, bro, all right, stop looking at me like that. Trash Wing has to be the funniest song Tyler the Creator has ever put out.
I'm gonna put you. Listen. I feel you. He was definitely like freshman, sophomore year, like depressive era.
But he wasn't that depressing though. He was just more or less funny, but he was speaking like
What was he talking about?
he was never really speaking to me because I mean I'm not trying to sound like a dick. I was really never like depressed in high school. But
Yeah, because you had a dad and you didn't need to eat roaches on camera.
that's very true. That's very true. But I don't know, just like
Wow.
but
There you go.
damn, what was I saying? Yeah. So listening to Wolf, like the whole album, and then you had like Answer, you had Parking Lot. Parking Lot is probably my top 5 Tyler Creator albums. I said albums, I meant songs. And then that's when he just like kept on dropping bangers. And now you get to like right now, Call Me If You Get Lost. He has 2 Grammys. I feel like everybody dick riding Tyler the Creator a little bit, but we're not gonna talk about that. But
Big fact.
Of course.
But yeah, just like you had to be there when he first came out. And I still regret to this day. I wanted the Odd Future hoodie so bad, but I thought it was dumb. Just to have a donut on a hoodie. But now I kind of want to get one, but I feel like it'd be like
You
it's
don't
like
have an Odd hoodie?
No, I don't.
Rob Nate. He got like 5.
Yeah, but you know, I'm bigger than 8, so it wouldn't fit.
No, you're not. You're the same size.
I'm talking about like body wise.
I
I'm
know,
bigger
man.
than
No, you're not. Brian, you're slimmed down. The only thing Nate got on you is the length of his skull. He got like Jordan's head. He's got like Jordan's head on your body.
What did I do?
All right. J Boogie, you're number 3.
All right.
You had some pretty interesting people so far. You had a Japanese group at number 5. You have Killer B from Naruto as your number 4. So I'm kind of wondering who's your top 3.
All right. Oh, now I'm kind of embarrassed to say it. Number
Black guy from-
3 is no. Number 3 is I had to write this down. Peter and Lloyd from Epic Rap Battles of History. Honestly, some of the GOATs from YouTube. I think if you put them in like a bar, like a bar battle, a lyric battle, with like some of the greats, like like Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, nah, bro. They're not touching Ben Franklin. They're not touching Obama. They're not touching who else? Gandalf.
Obama wasn't either one of them,
but they wrote it though.
I guess.
Then yeah, you see, they wrote it.
My man's what's Nice Peter called Epic Lord a thumb. How was that bars?
No. You're thinking of like the late stuff, bro.
That was
Nah.
like that was the first season ending battle.
Okay,
He said,
well
you
then,
like a thumb. Where did you come from?
well, okay, so that's like
It's
Dragon
like
Ball.
I'm bad at rapping the rap version of Gollum.
Okay, cool. You let me explain, nigga.
So bar-
It was their first season. Like when you watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged, you see the first season, you're like, what is this shit? You're like, wait, it gets good. All right. You gotta get past the stuff. You
we
gotta
only
get through the tough stuff.
releases.
What you say?
We only support official releases, so I don't know what you're talking about with just Dragon Ball Abridged. That's
Shout out my guys at Team 4-Star. Love you guys.
I look forward to seeing your number 1 and 2. I really do. Very,
pause.
very excited.
This is gonna be fucking Aloe Black. What was the YouTuber people that made Ultimate Showdown?
I think his number 1 is Sam Smith, even though he's not a rapper.
Nah. If we did like singers, yeah, he'd be up there.
Nah, his number 1 is going to be Saran.
It's white beard.
He said
All right.
Saran rap.
All right, it's
Yeah,
All
I
right,
got you.
so
I
I'm
got
gonna
you.
go. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go.
Sebastian, number 2.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
I was really proud of that. It was either going to be Saran or Aluminium, but it's cool.
All right.
All right. Sebastian, number 2. Who's your number 2?
My number 2 is of no surprise. You know who I am. It's got to be MF Doom.
Motherfucking Doom.
Okay.
What's your favorite MF Doom song?
See, it's between Doomsday on Operation Doomsday
Yeah.
and One Beer on Food.
Mm-hmm.
But I do also enjoy Accordion and Live from the Bistro, even though it's not really a song. On what's that? Mad Villainy. I think Mad Villainy is a fantastic album. I think as a composition piece, it's great.
What about like Meat Grinder?
Meat Grinder's great.
Okay, I just didn't know if that was gonna be like one of your top songs from him.
Well, no, I don't know if it's one of my top songs because even then, I like Vaudeville Villain. Like Modern Day Mugging is fantastic, even though that's Victor Vaughn and not technically MF Doom, but it's all one person.
Mm. It's kind of like the Mick Foley of rap.
I guess. you could
Yeah,
say
all the
that.
different personas.
I guess you could say that. Yeah, no, MF Doom is definitely my number 2. It's been a year now that he's passed.
Rest in peace.
Damn, has it been a year?
Yeah,
Yeah, because it was Halloween.
he died on
Oh
Halloween.
He
shit,
died on
that's
Halloween, but they
right.
announced it on New Year's Eve, which was the most depressing thing.
We start the year with bad news. I'd rather end
That's
that.
right. They did.
I remember
Wow,
being in the basement in the Poconos, just crying, listening to MF Doom albums. It hurt.
I thought he didn't he die like complications with COVID or something like that?
I don't know if he
That was
died of COVID
diabetes.
or something else, but
Yeah.
yeah. When he passed, it was we didn't know he passed until 2 months later, but
Yeah,
yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure I was like at Amazon when I found out.
Doom was my number 2. Doom was my number
Interesting. Okay. Astute. Your number 2.
You might be surprised. It's Eminem.
That's an
Interesting.
awfully
Okay.
hot coffee pot.
All right.
Interesting. I have a lot of questions about Eminem.
All right. Shoot.
biggest question right now: did Eminem fall off? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. A lot of people, I mean, obviously, a lot of people will say he is. And a lot of people are saying he's more or less just having fun because he knows he's the great, so he doesn't have to try. Is that what you see? Or is it
No,
something
I
different?
actually see the opposite. I think people are just fucking stupid. Uh he is having fun because he is a goat, but like he's intentional. But all right, what Eminem is doing is he's slowly seeding growth for rap. So like he's actively trying to if I had to compare it to like painting, he's actively trying to change the form. His form and artistic expression. Now, do I always like the way he does his delivery? No, because sometimes it's really stupid sounding. But I have a ton of respect for any artist that tries to transition to like broader horizons in their specific spectrum. But he is yeah, that's I don't think he's falling off. I just think, you know, he's just making music because he loves it, but he also realizes like, you know, he has to. I think for him, he feels like he has to keep improving. Like he can't just keep making the same old shit. And people love the same old shit until they realize they don't like the same old shit. You never win as an artist. And in any field where you're catering to somebody, you never win because people are fickle. Everybody's feelings and you know, and self identities change with time. So whatever you vibe with, you might not in like 2 years. You feel me?
Okay. My next question. A lot of people will say once he made Recovery, that was the downfall of Eminem. So would do
Are
you
wanna-
like
You know something? I fucking hate Recovery.
Terrible
you hate
album.
so you
I
do hate
hate-
Recovery.
So I don't like. All right. So like you. Okay. Like when I really started to like first listen to Eminem was like in I mean, I had already my family listened. You know, my dad and shit. They used to listen to Eminem, but like when I really started to get into him like independently myself, it was with the Relapse and Refill album and deluxe version,
Mhm.
and it was in middle school with my man's Devin. And we would just listen to Eminem. But I had also listened to the whole catalog. But up until that point, it was just Relapse and Refill. Or no, Relapse, Refill, the remix or whatever. And so I really enjoyed the stupid horrorcore accents. You know what I'm saying? It was a funny joint. And then Recovery came out, and you already know I hate Not Afraid. Do you, bro? I hate that song with burning passion. I'll never forget. I'm skating. That's in summer camp, this Christian summer camp, and I see these nerds start singing. I'm not. I'm like, yo, shut up, bro. It's just a dumb song. I don't want to be motivated by Eminem. Talk about how you chopping bitches up and put them in your trunk, bro. Like motivate me with your story. Like, don't rap to me about doing good things. You feel me? Like, shut up. And I just hated the way he rapped on that drawing. It's hard for me even to go back to that album. White Trash Party's okay. A Cinderella Man's a nice little freestyle he kicked from that drum. But that whole era Eminem is very ambiguous for me, because then you also got Bad Meets Evil, one of the best collab albums. But actually, no, that's it. Just one of the best collab albums. And Royce da 5'9" is in his own right a GOAT. He's in like my top 15.
In my legendary category, I will never forget. It's kind of funny. I'll expose myself right now because I know my mom will be watching this and she always gets a kick out of this for some reason. I'll never forget the one time my uncle will never let this story go. For a good chunk of my life, listening to Eminem, you cannot convince me he was white. I thought this man was black the entire time. I promise you, I heard Eminem say the N-word once. And all right, that's what I thought. And I thought Eminem was black because of the way he rapped. I'll never forget the one.
He said nigga in his freestyle and biterphobia, because his man Proof said you can say nigga, but he didn't say nigga. He said nig. He said my nig, and nobody has talked about it. And then Yellow Brick Road came out when he made that song, and he said, yeah, apparently some shit leaked about me talking about how terrible dating black bitches is. It was just that one black bitch. He said, but if you understand, all bitches suck. And that was it.
Yeah. So I heard him say the N-word, and just the way Eminem was rapping, so I didn't really listen to like white people when I was younger. It was all
You
about,
did. You watched TV and you went to
Huh?
school. You watched TV and went to school. You listen to white people.
well, I'm talking about music wise. I didn't really start listening to like other stuff till I want to say like my sophomore year of high school. And that's when I really started dabbling into different types of music. But I'll never forget my uncle came in my room and I was listening to Eminem and I was like, yeah, Eminem's the best, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, he raps pretty good for a white guy. And I was like, what? He was like, I was like, no, Eminem's black. And it's really sad because Google existed at this time. I'll never forget the disappointment on my face when I searched up Eminem and seen this white guy with blonde hair. And I was just like, all right, well, Eminem's white now. So,
That's the most Brian story I've ever heard.
yeah.
Right.
And to this day, my mom won't let that shit go because she thinks it's hilarious. And I'm just like, look, I made it. I just thought he was black. It's whatever. But anyway, how do you feel? How you feel on what was it called? Revive.
Revival. Which one was that one?
You good over there, Jay?
I can't remember.
Hold on, let me see what the album cover looked like. 'Cause, you know,
It was the one with the American flag.
Oh, it was stupid.
Oh, okay.
I didn't care for Revival at all. But it was mostly it was strongly politically themed. And you know me, I don't like to bring politics into my own personal world because honestly, it's a bummer. There were some hot songs on there, of course. I like his slam poetry attempt, and people got on his ass because of how he decided to rap. But I was like, again, he's trying different things. People like to chastise people just for anything. But nah, Revival isn't up there. That whole all the 3 R's, relapse, recovery, revival, those 3 R's. Honestly, that's a shaky time for me with Eminem. Love him though.
Interesting. Okay. All right. I guess we'll go to me. So my number 2, it's kind of hard. I always kind of switch back and forth between them depending on the mood I'm in. But I was listening to one more this morning. So my number 2 is Kanye West. Now, Kanye West is in a lot of hot shit right now. I do not I'm not even gonna go there. I support the artist from the person, or I support
You separate.
Yeah, thank you. Now, with that being said, Kanye West, there's no saying anything about Kanye West. Yeah, I mean, you got The College Dropout, which is probably hands down, I want to say, the best first album anybody could drop. Name me a better first album.
I'd have to think.
That's what I
think The
As a
College
solo
Dropout.
artist or as a group?
Hmm?
Solo artist or a group? Or just in
Solo
general?
artist. I mean, Kanye West is a solo artist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So solo artists, who had the better first drop?
Hey yo, real quick, not to interrupt, even though I am. The Black Eyed Peas got a new album.
Yeah.
Me not
No,
care.
It came out 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Me not care.
Black Eyed Peas since like 2000.
I feel like they're not the same ever since Fergie left. But that's nothing to really say. But, yeah.
Damn man, let's talk about Fergie.
Well, it's not. Remember that. Actually, remember
Anyway,
the fucking
The College Dropout. I'll never forget. My first time listening to it, and I think my favorite song on there was "We Don't Care"
Really?
or "Spaceship." Yeah, it was either
Really?
"Spaceship" or "We Don't Care."
Those are
Yeah.
my 2 least favorite songs on that whole album.
You're bugging. "Spaceship" is a great fucking song. Now, will I say "Through the Wire" is kind of hype? Yeah, because I heard too much. It's a
Through the
great
Wire
song.
didn't put me on the Kanye.
Nah, what put me on the Kanye was my mom blasting Graduation in the car on our way to my brother's basketball games. And I was just like, who the hell is this man? And she would always play
Really?
Good Morning. Yeah, she would always play Good Morning. and that's like hands down my favorite Kanye West song
Good
ever.
morning.
And but yeah, the College Dropout, hands down, his best first drop. Then you have Late Registration, another banger album, which I mean, you have Touch the Sky, you have Gold Digger, which is probably would you say Gold Digger is a bigger song than Stronger? Or you think Stronger is bigger?
I think it's most iconic.
Gold Digger is more iconic for Kanye than Stronger is, but I think Stronger is definitely like a big, big, big Kanye release. I mean, if you're talking about Kanye releases though, like he has a lot of like Paramount songs.
Okay. Yeah. And then you got the banger. Of course, I think my probably like top like number one album ever is Graduation. Because Graduation is when I first started listening to Kanye West. And I will always listen to Good Morning. Good Morning was my alarm tune for a while until I had to stop because that shit was playing in my dreams and I did not wake up.
Still my alarm today.
That's I don't know how you do that shit.
It's
That
been
shit
my
was playing in my
alarm
dreams,
for,
and I was just like, "This is a great song." Wait, I'm supposed to get up right now. What the
It's-
fuck?
I think that's been my alarm for like 11 years.
Damn.
Jesus Christ! But
I
yeah, I
used to
had
have
that as my
Good Morning
alarm.
Midnight Play.
I had that as my alarm for a good while. You got songs like Flashing Lights. You have fucking my I was about to say my song. You have I Wonder.
Yeah,
Um,
but you also have
Can't Tell
Drunken
Me
Hot Girls.
Nothing. We're not going to. We're not. Actually, let's start this. Drunken Hot Girls is not that bad of a song as everybody says it is. It's
Drunken
not.
Hot Girls is a pretty bad song,
No,
especially
it's
for the
not.
album.
Okay,
No, it's
Brian,
not.
Brian, real quick. You know, I really don't like Kanye West all that much, but I do really like one album, and that's 808s and Heartbreaks. How do you
I
feel
think
about that
808s and Heartbreaks is his best album.
album?
There's not a bad track on 808s and Heartbreaks.
Because when you were talking about like Lil Wayne earlier about like starting that the next generation of rap, Kanye West did 808s and Heartbreaks and started auto tune. Everyone listened to it and it was like, what the hell is this?
I'm not going to say
No. T-Pain started because
T-Pain is the
T-Pain.
pioneer of all.
Yeah, T-Pain started auto-tune way before 808s and
No,
Heartbreaks
but
ever came
that's
out.
not. You can't even know. You can't.
But
even
no one
argue.
T-Pain though. That's what I mean. Like,
Nah, dog. You can't even argue that. I think the whole community can agree. T-Pain.
T-Pain is the father of auto-tune.
okay,
Yeah.
then I can see my
He
point.
birthed auto-tune.
I just remember like people not liking that album because he did all auto tune, and I think that was just
Well, no,
because it was
people
different.
did criticize it they criticized it pretty hard because of the auto-tune that he did in there. But I mean,
Because now you listen to it now, and it sounds like any other album, not any other album that you would listen to
but
now
no,
from other
yeah,
rappers. But
half of the rappers nowadays are just destroying their voice with auto-tune. So yeah. 808s and Heartbreaks. It's kind of hard for me because as much as I like that album, I also that's like my least listened
What about
album.
Lil Wayne in the auto tune though?
Lil Wayne didn't really start auto-tune until like Trace said his the Rockstar album, which was like 2010, right? Or like
Yeah, that was
2009.
like 2010. That was like 2009, 2010, something like that.
Yeah, Lil Wayne didn't really start doing that stuff till like later in the game. Well, later in his time. And
But comparatively, like, could we say that he
No, because T-Pain was doing auto-tune in like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, people just didn't know who T-Pain was. But
no,
if you go back to
I don't mean like the pioneer, but I think to also argue against Jordan, would it be Kanye who spurred the auto tune with the rappers, or would it be Lil Wayne? Is my question. Like,
no,
It's definitely
West.
T-Pain.
Right.
It's T-Pain.
I said between Wayne.
Oh, between Wade and Kanye West.
Yeah,
it's still not between them.
It was definitely Kanye West. I feel like people really. I feel like
not between them though. It's always going to be T-Pain. T-Pain made so much success through auto-tune that it influenced everybody else to get on that wave.
Yeah.
you remember
okay.
like how T-Pain used autotune most of his career, and then he went on to the Max Singer, and no one knew it was T-Pain on that bitch.
You know, he really be singing for real.
And then he
T-Pain,
won.
T-Pain.
T-Pain has a great singing voice.
He does.
His tiny desk is crazy.
Yo,
He's cool,
he has
bro. He's
he has
cool
a
as
great
fuck, too.
voice.
His podcast
just
is
a-
also really cool. I watch the podcast a lot.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
His Twitch stream.
You're a
Yeah,
Twitch
Twitch is
T-Pain's
terrible.
funny
I
as
hate
shit.
Twitch. He makes some great comments, but like his gaming is just awful.
I mean,
He might.
I
as
feel
well
like
just
you
do
really
a high
don't
type
go
thing.
there to watch T-Pain game. You're kind of just watching T-Pain.
But he's
Yeah.
talking about the game. I'm
It's
trying
like
to
Snoop.
watch T-Pain just be like Kai.
It's like Snoop Dogg.
Who?
J Boogie, who's your number two? I really don't.
Hannibal Buress.
Shut up. Who's your number
Alright,
two?
We're moving on to the next person.
Is Hannibal Buress really your number two?
Number 2.
Yes, number two. Is Hannibal Buress your number two?
I
Yes,
mean,
number 2.
like you can't tell me another person who had a successful comedy career
All right,
and then moved on
Sebastian.
to rap. All right.
Sebastian, who's your number one?
It's got to be Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
It's got to be Kendrick.
Since me and Sebastian share a number one, I guess we'll talk about it together just to cut time short because I really wouldn't recite anything that we already said. All right. Yeah, so me and Sebastian share a number one. Obviously, is the GOAT, Kendrick Lamar. You don't address him unless you're using those 4 words. Why would you say Kendrick's the GOAT to you?
Kendrick kind of transcends like what most artists put out. The amount of thought that goes into his like verses, and it's just like not even like that. Like even his album crafting is crazy. Like I remember in high school when Damn dropped, right? Because I wasn't a big Pimp a Butterfly album. That was the hipster album. I wasn't getting on that wave. I was not gonna give everybody the credit that Pimp a Butterfly was a great album. I was talking shit. It's a great album. Don't get me wrong. It's a great album. But I didn't like all the Dick Riders, so I was like, "Fuck that! It is not a good album." But Damn came out, right? And I listened to Damn, and I remember our buddy, who's no longer our buddy, Mr. Ukrainian. He told me, "Yo, bro, Damn's great, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "But did you listen to it from the last song to the first?" And I went home, set up a playlist to do that. Listen from the last song to the first. I kid you not, got to the end of the album and started crying. I was like, there's no way that there's an artist out there putting together albums that can flow so seamlessly. First track to last track and last track to first track. And do that intentionally. Because I would tell people, yo, bro, you gotta listen to a last track to first track. And they said, why would I do that? They said, well, who does that with the album? What are you, stupid? And then he came out with the deluxe edition, album of the year edition, and it was the last track to the first track. So I looked at all of them stupid again. But anyway, Kendrick's just a GOAT. The amount of bars and just like the way he puts out albums, like it's just always art. It's just really nice interpretation of who he is as an artist. It's just beautiful. I'm a big Kendrick fan, and I always look forward to his next project.
Yep, I would say the same thing. But like I said earlier, when I was talking about, I think I said it when I was talking about Tyler the Creator. I did not like Kendrick Lamar at first. I remember my first time hearing Swimming Pools, and I was just like, bro, this song's ass. And like, it was all over the fucking radio. And I just like, I don't know. I just, for some reason, just kept calling the song ass. And then that's when freshman year of high school, I can't remember how I stumbled upon Section 80. And it was like Kendrick Lamar, blah, blah, blah. And the 2 free songs at the times were Ronald Reagan Era and High Power. Bro, let me tell you, when I mean I listen to the same 2 songs every fucking day, and I was just like, bro, I need to get this album. So I bought the whole album of Section 80, and I was just like, I'm in love. Like, fuck your ethnicity, fucking... I would do this shit. I know every song, and then I start thinking about it, and I can't fucking name them.
Rick and Morty. Rigor Mortis on Section 80.
Yeah, rigor mortis. Yeah, it's actually rigor mortis. Just stuff like that. And I was just like, damn, bro, this shit, this is fucking crazy. And then that's when, of course, Vine dropped and everyone was dick riding Good Kid, Mad City. And I was like, Mad City is not the best song on that album.
No.
You have, bro, the first time I heard Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst.
That song gives me chills to this day.
Till this day.
To this day.
To this day.
To this day. As soon as
I
I,
said that pretty
hear,
loud.
as soon as I hear, and if I die before my album drop, gunshots, bro. Always gotta hold the tears back. You got songs like fucking you got damn, what is it called? It's damn.
Bars after bars.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. Whatever.
I'm lost.
You got Good Kid, Mad City, great album. Then you have To Pimp a Butterfly.
I apologize for the crackheads. Shut up.
Bro,
Yeah, dogs are barking.
I can't even hear him. Bro, To Pimp a Butterfly, listen to it to this day, came out 2015. I went to the Kunta Groove session. The best concert I've ever been to. I think the only concert I've been to, okay, but it's whatever. It
Same.
was just such a great time. And then damn, and now you have Big Steppers and Mr. Morale, or Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. There's no one doing it better than Kendrick Lamar currently. And it's like really crazy. Just, such a great artist. And it's
Yeah,
crazy 'cause
Kendrick-
I feel like Kendrick really reached GOAT status like really fucking quick. Because I feel like Eminem, like people consider Eminem to be like the greatest of all time, or like stuff like that. And then you could say the same thing about like Tupac and Biggie. They're like the greatest of all times. Biggie only had 2 albums. And then you can kind of say that, well, you can't say the same thing for Tupac. I kind of don't know how many albums Tupac had.
I think it like
But-
You never have me putting Tupac in a conversation about GOATs when it took that man 10 years to get a career start in music. You will never hear me talk about that man like that. He's a
I
terrible
mean,
rapper.
I'm just,
He's a poetic guy. Tupac is not up there
He
with
said-
everybody else.
oh,
Put that man back in the box that he belongs. But I digress.
wow. Okay. But I will say, it did take Kendrick Lamar really quick to become a GOAT. And it's just like, I don't think anyone has became a GOAT any quicker besides Kanye. But
But
Kanye
like-
kind of destroys his GOAT status as he gets it back. But we're not gonna talk about that. But
Yeah,
my number one, Kendrick Lamar. Same
Yeah.
thing with Sebastian. Astute.
Letcher.
Black
I
Thought.
wasn't
Yeah,
gonna
he's-
say that.
Yeah, he's going. This dude.
Lucher. My top is Black Thought. From the Roots.
Okay. Black Thought, The Roots. Has he always been like number one, or
Nah, this is come. Ooh, shit! I just melted that. All right. Nah, it's actually come a little bit more recently. I was like, I've been going through the whole Roots discography. Like, well, actually, no, I've been really bumping them heavy since we graduated high school. But then I started to go back through all their musics and stuff. But his freestyles, his wordplay, he's mad clever. Like, bro, he was on a freestyle. He was on a radio freestyle with Method Man. And this nigga, they were bouncing back and forth, right? This nigga not once pulled out a phone, a pad, or nothing. He just was going strictly off the top. Never took a pause or a break. This man, Method Man, had to go in his pocket, go through his phone, and literally admit, he said, I I concede. I have to pull up actual bars. And then he started just rapping unreleased songs. He couldn't keep up. You feel me? But like, I mean, the whole Roots is really the vibe. But like, now Black Thought is just, he's the GOAT. And like, now that I live in South Philly, I have to bump the Roots when I'm out and about in the street. I gotta show my my love and my representation. But not Black and like the song I really been listening to right now is Thought at Work, which is just a freestyle on like the Seed 2.0. And it just go crazy because like that's the song that Logic sampled on his one album with Wale on it. That song with Wale. Whatever. 100 miles and whatever the fuck it's called. But now he's sampled
100 miles and running.
Yeah, 100 miles and running. He sampled the root song or the original sample, or whatever. But yeah, he sampled that joint, and so that's where it came from. But nah, nigga just ate that shit like best little chorus too, and it's not like overdone, overproduced. It's just a nigga on a goddamn microphone with instrumentals in the back. So yeah.
Okay. Black Thought is number 1. It's a pretty interesting list. I haven't really listened to Black Thought a lot. I need to a lot more though. I've been meaning to.
You definitely should.
All right, Jay Buggy.
Give us your number 1, big dog. Just wrap it up.
My mom.
Anyway, that's been a great list, guys. I think we got
wait. We gotta let him get it out. We gotta let him get it out.
Can I speak?
All right, go ahead.
You thought I was feeling you?
I'm through.
Nigga,
no way. There is no way. You got Ice Spice in this.
Nigga, he eat it by lunch.
You're goof.
Yeah, nah. My real number 1 is the dude from New Jabez, who sings Lady Brown. I don't know his name.
I didn't expect Brown to be the word that followed Lady.
Is that Pace Rock?
Something Star. It's his Star.
Oh,
whatever.
Gang? No, that's Pace Rock. I don't know. There's too many. There's a couple rappers that is it Psy Star?
Yeah.
Yeah, Psy Star. Yeah,
number 1. Yeah, he's my number 1 pick.
I don't even know who that is.
That's because you don't listen to real music.
You know,
with your glitter on your cheek.
Watch Samurai Champloo.
And then said Psy Star.
Yeah, it's because you don't be listening to that shit. Yeah, that
I guess
Psy Star. That what's his name?
Psy Star.
Psy Star.
CISE Star with 2 R's.
Yeah. He go crazy.
Yeah.
He go crazy.
He do go man.
That Lady Brown and Feather, those are my 2 favorite songs out of like all the New Job based stuff, and I'm pretty sure he's on both of those.
He definitely is.
Yeah. You guys want to know my actual top 5? I'll just run through it real quick.
Because I don't understand your top 5.
If Ice Spice is on the list, it's invalid.
All right. Well, hey everyone. Today's been.
He really got a song called Bikini Bottom.
Yo, she need to fire her producer. That shit sounds crazy. All right,
bro.
So,
everybody. She put a snippet out of it. Everybody said it sounds like the Bikini Bottom.
Isn't that what it is?
It's called Bikini Bottom.
She named it Bikini Bottom. I'm like, who the fuck does this?
It's a SpongeBob sample.
Is it a SpongeBob sample?
Yeah,
I watched SpongeBob. I mean, I haven't watched.
It's the track where they like run away, like that. Dun, 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 dun. Is that John?
No way.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna play it now, but
yeah. I'm gonna just get through these 5 real quick, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. So these are just personal favorites of mine. I know they might not be the greatest to some people, or you might not.
It's your top 5 for a reason. Go.
You might not agree with where they're placed.
It's a top 5 for a reason. Go.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Hey, bro, hurry up,
sitting
bro.
here explaining your personal top 5. Go.
You
All
had
right,
that time.
number 5 is 6 seconds.
Shizzy,
Shizzy 6, bro.
keep it pushing.
You see what I mean? I had number 4 is Kendrick Lamar.
Why is he so low? But okay.
Because I only like really listen to like 4 or 5 songs from him. I don't bump Kendrick. Number 3 is J. Cole. It's sort of the same thing with Kendrick, but it's more songs.
Cole.
Number 2 is XXX Tentacion.
All right, bro. It's
Because
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Wait, all right, wait. We can't judge him. We can't judge him as his personal top 5. All right,
I
it's
my
mean,
one
personal
text.
favorites.
He just said Shizzy, and then Shizzy used to be a Pokemon rapper.
Yes, bro. Do you hear me right now? This is my personal. I top 5 rappers, and Shizzy 6
All right,
is
let's
on
get
this
to
show.
that number 1. Let's just get to the number 1.
And Tyler the Creator is number 1. That's of course, you guys know me. I love his last 3 albums, and honestly, they're kind of.
He didn't even rap on his last 3 albums. He sang.
Oh, he rapped.
No, Call Me If You Get Lost. He rapped, and then but Flower, you had Igor and Flower Boy. Flower Boy was probably like the top of Tyler the Creator dick riders that came out of nowhere. Not really.
Flower Boy was a great album.
Well,
I'm not saying it's a bad album, but Flower Boy came out and then everybody was on Tyler the Creator's dick. But nobody was on Tyler the Creator's dick when he's out here drawing upside down crosses and fucking cat skulls and shit like that. Nobody was on that nigga. And then he dropped Who That Boy with A$AP Rocky. And then it was like,
yeah.
Tyler the Creator. So, yeah, everybody gonna be on his dick. Like, no, fuck out of here, bro.
And I no one likes Bastard.
I love Bastard.
You gotta wash your hands after you listen to that one. All right.
Yeah, you gotta throw some holy water over your shoulders.
Real talk, man. I had some nightmares of them motherfuckers.
Like any honorable mentions, like if you had to throw in a quick number 6, who would it be?
Big Daddy Kane. Nah.
Grand Prix.
A quick honorable
The
mention.
rapper, the rapper.
Yeah, just like a number, like a quick number 6, I could go off. Like just all right.
Who would you do?
I'd do
Mine would be J. Cole.
J. Cole, actually.
Yeah,
Nah, I'd do Griselda. I'd do Griselda group.
so like Benny the Butcher, Conway, and all them.
Yeah, Benny the Butcher, Conway, West Side Gun.
Yeah, West Side Gun.
They're Stove God Cooks. Stove God Cooks.
Griselda.
I think it's El Camino.
Killer Mike.
That is a great
that.
number 6. That is a great number 6. People need to respect Killer Mike more. Excuse me. People need to respect Killer Mike more.
Yeah.
And me being one of them, I don't listen to a lot of Killer Mike. I need to.
I listen to a lot of Run the Jewels.
Yeah, I'm about to say now, are you saying Killer Mike just solo or Run the Jewels?
He's consistent over both.
Yeah.
He's got shit.
Didn't he have a show? What happened to his show?
Yeah, the Netflix John. I think only had 1 season.
I know. I was waiting on season 2. He had the Blood and Crip Soda. That was crazy.
Ooh, oh, I don't think there's a season 2 coming out.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. They probably canceled that John low key.
Yeah, they definitely did. That John, it's been years, but it was God.
He was like, he Netflix saw he was supporting too many black businesses. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, nah.
10:30.
We was having fun.
Jordan, take us out. Let's go.
All right. Thank you everyone for coming today. Let me start over.
8 minutes left on this video.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for stopping by to this episode of Chop It Up. Please, if you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. I guess we'll see it. No one else will. Make sure you comment, subscribe, send this to your friends. What else can you do with this? Download it illegally. Make sure you put it on your little phone so you can listen to it when you're offline. You know. Anyway, I'm Jay Boogie. This
I'm Sinister Moocher.
This right here.
I'm Astute Letcher.
I'm TN this week.
And here TN this week.
And yo, make sure you guys cop the Chop It Up merch at our website, chopitup.com.
We don't have that URL yet.
Whoa, because we don't know what that is. Don't promote that page if you don't know what it is.
It's just like dead bodies.
Don't promote that. I don't know. We don't support that page.
We don't have merch. We don't have merch.
Not merch. ChopItUp.com. What is that?
ChopItUp.com. Kitchen supply deals, discounts, and
All
savings.
right, that's what I thought it was.
Okay.
There's pennies on here.
They're gonna be like, "Why the fuck?" This is like, nah.
Bro,
this
apparently there's a
whole
startling
podcast.
roach infestation inside of Disney's among issues on dirty dining as of today.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Well, all right, cool. So
our shirts and our hoodies are segmented because we're the Chop It Up podcast. Be real as always, and stay blessed and crispy. I'm a Stu Letcher. We got Jay Boogs, we got Sinister Moocher, and we got Sebastian Stan, aka Bucky Barnes. Much love, guys.